to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
Okay, ready?
They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
The sure hands, it's Williams. Ripping through the defense. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Trying to set up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Guys, he's already got 44 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Important play coming on this opening day. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the 3rd and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Wall. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Glenn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about...
Oh, out of space. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Runs through the tackle. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Denmark. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great play by the cornerback, and this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen, but that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Gore. On target over the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Austin. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Fires it incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Lewis to throw. Fires to the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will... Turning it on! Running through contact. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Shabera. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Oh, he's got a chance. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it, but the defense clearly not fooled.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try the run. Oh, better look out. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He now has 61 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Gore. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Martin. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Andrews. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. LSU right back to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Looking for the end zone. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the 1st half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the 1st half.
And they did tack on the extra point.
LSU 17, Penn State 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Gore. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Bulldozes his way through. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
Really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
So much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle at Soto. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
LSU.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. Lewis to throw. Looking down the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings them to within 1. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wall. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's a heat. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It leads to second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Going to try to get... breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back's got it. Touchdown Tigers. And that one will give them the lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
LSU 27.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Shabera. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's White. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Nittany Lions have a lot of options on second and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's White. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll try it over the left side. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got it behind the line. It's Denmark. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Lewis to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. And those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Gore. Floats it out in space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's White. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. They think there's room to run to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Penn State! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today, and while this is only one game,
and now the ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
On the direct snap, it's Martin. Turn it! Got enough space! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's all. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab down the left side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down. Looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Lewis to throw. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Touchdown, LSU! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on first down from the 28. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gore. He's got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it for a big play. Touchdown LSU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Lewis wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. And they're able to get him on the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. LSU will get a first down.
got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He wants to change this route. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Finds a little space. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. They'll do the rest and make big gains.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out.